Good morning. I'm Kanan Saunders from the Cisco marketing team. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to welcome you to our Foodie Live. If you can hear me but you can't see me, please make sure to take a moment to refresh your browser, and that should solve your issue. So once again, if you can hear me but you can't see me, please take a moment to refresh your browser, and then that should be able to solve your issue. So today we're going to be giving away two gifts to some lucky winners at the end of our webinar. And those winners have to be on for the duration of the session. So no Cisco employees, sorry, you're not eligible to win on this round. You must live in the United States and you must be a Cisco customer to qualify. We've got a great prize, so stick with us till the end of the webinar when we make that announcement, please. If you're joining us for the first time, you're in for a treat. We have excellent products from European Imports that are going to be displayed for the upcoming holidays. Our very own chef Neil Doherty has gathered his network of chefs from the Great Lakes region to demonstrate the perfect items from European Imports to help you enhance your menu offerings and spark your creativity. So on the screen, real quick, I want to make sure that you guys understand what's in front of you. You have a banner to the top, to the left, and to the right. Now, the banner to the left is going to take you to a holiday guide on Foodie with more recipe ideas, perfect for the upcoming holidays, and also more content coming soon. Make sure that you subscribe to our Foodie website, and you'll get those updates on new articles and new content. On the right-hand side, you're going to have a link to the chef recipes that you're going to see today. And at the top, you have two options to click. On the left-hand side, where it says holiday products, that will take you to a document that has all the pictures of the items today, as well as the SUPCs available for you. And on the right-hand side, where you have a shop link that you can go ahead and check out Cisco Shop, which is our ordering platform. If you haven't had a chance to browse through it, you don't need an account, so I encourage you to please take the time, shop on our ordering platform, and you can search a variety of products that are available to you now. One last surprise that we have is at the end of our session today for European Imports, we have a special guest, Andy Ellenbaum, who's going to help us answer a couple questions that we see in the chat and about some of the products that are featured. So please stick around. We've got a great presentation ready for you. So let's go ahead and start with our Foodie Live.
Welcome, I'm Chef Neil Doherty, and today we're on location in Cisco's Great Lake region inside our Chicago test kitchen with some special guests from our network of chefs. We've got Chef Fu Lu, Klaus Mandel, Josh Quinn, and Ryan Nolan, and Gabe Friedman to finish it off. We're going to help you showcase some quality products from Cisco's European Imports line, just in time for your holiday menus. We're going to show you a full range of menu items, starting with beverages and starters, and running all the way through to desserts. So let's get started with my first special guest, Chef Fu Lu. Welcome.
Morning, Chef.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well. Excited to be here.
So tell me, what are we going to be doing today?
So, Chef, I'm going to show you and our viewers three drinks that they can showcase for their holiday menus using our 1883 syrups and our ginger beer from European Imports.
So let's talk about them. We have two of them up here, and I think we probably want to give this one a little bit more of a splash.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what we have here is...
So the first one, what we have here is traditionally known as a coquito, and it's a spin on an eggnog. But
did somebody tell you my wife is Puerto Rican and this is my favorite drink during the holidays?
You know, I just knew. Looking at you, I knew this is it.
So one of my favorite, and viewers out there, this beats eggnog all day long. And the beauty of it is it's got like 5 ingredients, right?
Yes, sir.
So we've got rum.
Not this time, Chef. No rum today.
Oh, okay. No rum today.
No
all
rum
right,
today.
So then we'll 86 the rum. We're going to go with...
So we have condensed milk, evaporated milk. We have a pina colada mix and a little bit of cinnamon and milk.
Wow. I mean, not for the weight conscious, but let me tell you, this is a wonderful, wonderful holiday item, and you garnished it beautifully.
All right, thank you. What I did is I rimmed it with a little bit of caramel, and I dipped it in some toasted coconut.
So then we move right on over to this one over here. What we got here?
Yes, sir. So this one is a coffee mocktail. Don't have a name for it, but it's basically you use your leftover coffee grinds to make a syrup, and with that syrup from the leftover coffee grinds, you're gonna make your cocktail with a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of egg whites, and top it off with some sparkling water.
So that's beautiful. Wow. So that is kind of a light version of a mocha frappuccino, but with it in the cocktail mode.
Yes, sir.
Really cool.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chef. I forgot to mention there is a little bit of gingerbread in there, so that's where the 1883 syrup comes
So
from.
all right. So you got a kind of ginger thing. Great. That hits the holidays right on. So what are we going to make today?
So today we're gonna make our holiday mule. I've used, again, using the 1883 syrups, and I went ahead and made a pre-batch of the syrup. And all I have to do is put a little bit of ice, measure out my syrup, and make our holiday mule.
So let's go to that. And
All right.
why Chef is putting that into the glass? Look, I mean, he's got a beautiful holiday garnish. I mean, using the rosemary and the cranberries, lime for the tartness, but really kind of dresses up the whole holiday piece there. So, and I like the fact that you pre-made the syrup ahead of time, because that's exactly what you would do if you're having a party or you're doing this in catering and banquets. You would make this in probably a 4-gallon bucket, right?
Absolutely. You know, you want to make it easier for yourself, and by pre-making this syrup, you can just measure out the syrup, add our Fentimans.
So Fentimans, which is another great European import product. There's yours, Chef.
So, just gonna top off your mule here.
Now, this is a kid-friendly mule, right?
Yes, sir. So this one does not have any alcohol in it. So very kid-friendly, family-friendly. You can serve it pretty much anywhere. Mocktails are very popular right now because of the fact that you can serve it for any age.
So instead of a Moscow mule, this is kind of a deer mule, right?
So this one, yep, that's our that is our holiday mule.
So these are absolutely wonderful, Chef. Thank you very much. And I love the way that you have done the beautiful syrups, the Fentimans ginger beer. Great items. Everybody loves a mocktail. So, Chef, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Thank you for having me.
Take care.
Thank you.
So next up, we have Chef Gabe Friedman. Come on in, Chef. How's it going?
Great. How are you, Chef?
So right in front of me, I've got 2 wonderful charcuterie boards. So I'd like to know why and what the decisions were to choose the items on it, number 1, and a little bit of the feeling behind what a charcuterie board is.
Right. Yeah. So charcuterie boards are great. They're great for the holidays because it's a place where family and friends can gather around. It's a centerpiece. So what you want to do is make sure to have all sorts of flavors, all sorts of textures, so that when people are eating through it, they're able to make their own little sandwiches and talk about it. So what I did is I separated the cheeses into a few different categories. For instance, I like to do a bloomy rind. I like to do a pressed curd cheese. And then I like to do a soft ripened cheese. The same with the meat. I'll do a cured ham, I'll do a salumi, and I'll do a pate or spreadable.
So you go for total different bites, textures, so really building and mounting the flavors. So let's talk about one of the first ones here. So I see that you picked this one. So what do we have here?
So this is our Melkbus Gouda. It's a raw milk Gouda with truffles. It's incredibly delicious, a very soft paste, and the flavor is outrageous.
So this is one of my favorites, a Campanzola.
Yes.
You picked it for its...
Well, this is sort of, I like to think of my wild card. So if I'm doing 5 cheeses, I'll have one on there that's a little different. This is one of those. It's a bloomy rind cheese. It's a triple creme cheese, so something like a brie. Yeah. But then it's got penicillin in it for the blue cheese. So it's a mixture of a blue cheese and a brie, basically.
So it's almost like the triple Saint Andre, but then you have the beautiful veins in it like a Stilton. So this technically is really holiday all over it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and then we finally have this little baby here.
Yes.
So what do we got here?
So I love this little baby. It's an Affinois. This is a bloomy rind cheese. It comes just like this. So this is brilliant, 4 boards, because that's your portion right there. You cut it in half, you're ready to go, and it comes in frozen, so you don't have to worry about it going bad.
Now, can you bread that and fry it?
You could. I haven't, but I bet it would be good.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great salad topper.
Yeah.
Love this. Okay, so let's talk about crunch.
Yes. So
What board without these?
exactly. A lot of texture, a lot of crunch. These are Morocona almonds out of Spain, fried in olive oil. Oh. Absolutely delicious. Very addictive. I've tried not to eat them all today.
And so let's just talk about, before we get to the, actually we missed one of my favorites. Well, this is like, wow.
So this is a fig and honey goat cheese out of Wisconsin. This is what I would run as my fresh cheese. Very subtle, nice flavors, subtle honey, nice pieces of dried fig in there.
And once again, the pack size is wonderful because you're not, taking a full log and cutting it. This is kind of technically a board for two right here.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the sweets there before we get to the meats.
Yes. So this is a preserve that we have that's made just for pairing with cheese. It's called Just for Cheese. And this is a black fig and macadamia nut. And then here we have black grapes with almonds. They're absolutely delicious, and they actually have on their website pairing recommendations.
So the kind of cool things is fig and grape. We're staying in the wine play, and nothing goes better with this than wine, right?
That's right.
So let's hit the meats, Chef.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the meats.
All right. So same sort of idea. You want different categories, different flavors. I always run a salumi. This is our sopressata, which is a standard for me, incredibly delicious. And I chose meats that were pre-sliced, which makes your life a lot easier.
And the portion sizes are fantastic. And this is actually antibiotic free, so we're hitting all the bells and whistles on that.
That's right. We have a pate here. This is a pate champagne, which is a country style, very simple pate. It's rustic. It's the same. You cut this into 2 or 4 pieces, depending if you're doing an ounce or 2 for your board, and you're ready to go.
And that really brings you back to traditional charcuterie, like the 60s, 70s, and 80s with that baby, yeah.
That's right. We've got a prosciutto americano from La Quercia. So this is a cured ham. It's salty, it's delicious, it's pre-sliced, so all you're doing is peeling apart the layers and putting it on your board.
So is this the black huff hog?
This is a Berkshire.
It's a Berkshire, okay.
That's right.
And then I love these.
So this is a bit of fun. This is another, I think, about my wild card. These are these incredible salami whips from Black Castle. And they're delicious, they're salty, they've got a really pleasant pork flavor. We've got a bunch of different flavors that these come.
Yeah, and plus it gives a total different look to the board, that long linear play on it.
Right. Exactly.
So then you added these are, I mean, talk about these. These are one of my favorite European import items.
So an element that's forgotten about a lot is the crisp that you're using. It's the carrier for all your meat and cheese. Here is a toast. It's got dried cherries, almonds, and linseed, interestingly, in it.
Wow.
Out of England. It's crispy, it's flavorful, but not so flavorful that it's going to overpower your cheese.
So we've got the boards, we've got them set up, and the beauty of these kind of boards that you've got up here, there's really, outside of some of the fresh berries on here, we can get way ahead on these for the holidays, right? We can wrap them. But I think what you did was really quite amazing is right over here, Chef set it up in a pizza box.
That's right.
So the exact same presentation done in a pizza box to go. So you don't always have to have it on a wooden board. You can actually take it to go.
That's right. Give it to your customer, take it to their holiday party, take it home, or if they're visiting a friend, they bring this instead of some chips or soda, and you're going to be everybody's best friend. You'll be the hit of the party.
Well, Chef, thank you very much.
Thank you so
much. It was very intuitive, and see you next time. Thank you. So next up is Chef Joshua Quinn from Baraboo, Wisconsin, home to Ringling Brothers. Come on, Josh, come on down.
How we doing, Chef?
So, you had a mystery basket.
I sure did.
They gave you Nueske's bacon. Mm-hmm. They gave you these Parmesan wisps. Mm-hmm. You had the KO Power Blend, a Sysco product. Culver duck confit. And for anybody that's wondering what that is, it's duck stewed in its own fat. It's amazing.
Delicious.
And you had phyllo cups, which you did a little play on. I'm going to let you explain that. Mm-hmm. So let's go and tell them what you did, because it looks wonderful.
I appreciate it, Chef. Just diving right in, my objective was to come up with some great soup and salads for the holidays. And going to be starting on your left here, traditional beer cheese soup. So I was given the Budweiser cheese spread, And, you know, anybody can kind of whip it up, add a little bit of cream, add a little bit of stock, and kind of make it your own. But what we did today is we rendered down the Nuski bacon, cooked the vegetables, added some stock, some of our heavy cream, and some hatch chilies to kind of give it a little bit of twist, some richness from the bacon, and a little bit of spice from those chilies. So
you took that Budweiser cheese spread that is out of European imports, and then you kind of blended it out to be a bacon-infused beer cheese soup.
you got it. Yeah, and it's definitely something that when people are making their own beer cheese soup and they're adding whole cheddar, mozzarella, it can get a bit grainy. So when you have a cheese spread just like this, it's gonna, when you whip it into the cream and the stock mixture, it's definitely gonna smooth it right out and have a very nice clean bite.
Well, I was lucky enough to taste this, and let me tell you, it was absolutely fantastic. And as he said, it's like velvet, so there is no grain flavor or anything in there. Wonderful. So what have we got next?
Right over here, again, sticking with soups. So we had our phyllo cups that we stock here at Sysco. Everybody loves a good French onion, but when you make those, you know, you kind of got to have them in the hot box, or you got to have them on the stove, warm throughout service. So those onions and the croutons on top are going to soak up a lot of liquid. So we kind of took that out of it. We cooked it down, we caramelized some great onions, Worcestershire sauce, beef stock, and only used about a third of that as you would in a traditional soup. And made almost like a jam, just like this. Nice dark color to it. Filled up a phyllo cup and topped it with some Grand Cru Gruyere.
So that's the rough case Grand Cru?
That's correct. So it's going to be a nice hard cheese. Pour it right over the top. Threw it under the broiler. Great option for an appetizer around the holidays if you're looking to entertain for family or even for parties. Just a nice one biter that's going to have all the great savory flavors of a French onion soup without the mess.
So who doesn't love French onion? And like you said, without the mess, easy, portable, and it's actually a good to-go item.
Yes, sir. Yep, will hold up nice. That phyllo is going to have that nice crunch.
And I really like this one. This is kind of for the hunter in me,
bet.
but tell us about this one.
Yeah, coming into the Midwest and into the fall, going to be a lot of great flavors here. Using that duck confit, again, it's a duck that's cooked in its own fat, so it's going to be nice and rich. Underneath, we're using that kale power blend that already has the kale and the Brussels sprouts, some broccoli, some radish, ready to go. Toss in a little bit of apple vinaigrette, some sweet potato.
All right. I hope everybody enjoyed seeing our special guests from the Great Lakes region showing off their talents and providing some innovative ideas for the upcoming holidays. We apologize. We had some minor technical difficulties. We will be sending out the recording with the full display of products. The recipes, like I mentioned, are available to you, so you're able to go ahead and click on those recipes and check that out. We will be having some additional videos along with those recipes, so that way you can follow along. So we have, as you can see, our special guest, Andy Ellenbaum from European Imports. He's ready to answer some questions regarding the products, so that way we can make sure that we get some of those questions answered based off of the products that you saw. Now, Andy, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. We wanted to go ahead and explain to our customers where these products from European Imports can be purchased. Can you help us out with that?
Absolutely. So these products are available through your local Cisco operating site. So just reach out to your sales consultant. And we also have over 3,500 items that are available on Supplies on the Fly to ship directly to you.
All right, perfect. And then you were talking about some updates in shop as well that were available. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Absolutely. A really exciting one is they're going to be able to show you exactly what the demand lead times are, because those can be different for every operating site. So coming soon is a feature that'll, when you put something in your cart, it'll tell you how long you have to place that order to get it for your next delivery date.
Okay, cool, very cool. All right, now another question that we have here relates to the impression that some people might have about European Imports products, that they might be higher end or for some higher end concepts. Can you explain or elaborate a little bit more about the product versatility?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the biggest things is specialty food is for everybody. Our biggest selling restaurant concept category is bar and grill. So we have products for every operator to differentiate whatever they're doing. Also, a lot of our retail pack items are perfect for smaller operators or limited time offerings, giving you the flexibility you need to add the products to your menu and really wow your guests.
Cool, very cool. Something else that was brought up too has to do with the 1883 syrups and how they can be dual purpose or used just besides drinks.
So these are great. You can use them all over your restaurant. I have customers that use the elderflower syrup in a champagne vinaigrette or on a crudo. You can use them in cocktails, obviously. You can use them in Italian sodas. People use them for ices, hot drinks. I mean, pretty much anywhere you want to add flavor, desserts, and add some sweetness, the 1883 syrups are a perfect fit.
Very cool. And then we also, the charcuterie boards, that was a really cool thing. I love the variation, but they look a little complex, and I think that some operators might get intimidated by that. So do you have any suggestions for operators on how they can execute that?
Well, a really good guideline is looking at 3 ounces of product per person, and the pre-sliced options can really take a lot of guesswork out of it. I mean, Gabe did a great job of explaining how you build it, and just find products that you really like and want to share with your guests.
Cool, very cool. All right, and then do you have any other add-ons that you suggest as far as the meat and cheese board?
Absolutely. I mean, a great is dried fruit, fresh fruit, spreads, mustards, jams, herbs, nuts. I mean, all of these things make great additions to a board and make it look beautiful and really allow your guests to enjoy a great experience at your restaurant. Very
cool. All right, one of the last things that we want to make sure that everybody understands is how they can find out more information about these products.
The European Imports website is a great place to go to find information on all the products. Also, every item number there can be used on either Supplies on the Fly or Cisco Shop so that you can order directly from there. On there, you can also look up our virtual catalog and sign up to get our newsletter, which has great information about new products and how to use it from all of our category specialists.
All right, cool. Awesome. We also have a monthly newsletter, right? We have something available like that?
Yes, you can sign up for the monthly newsletter there, and you can also look at all the past newsletters. There's a lot of great information in there, and it's a lot of fun.
Cool. More than anything, reach out to your sales consultant because they can really guide you through a lot of these products and help you through. Andy, really appreciate you being with us. Thank you for your knowledge and the products. We're looking forward to seeing what customers are able to do as they get their hands on it. So the time has come now. We're going to announce our 2 winners who are going to receive a gift from European Imports. And we're going to contact the winners later today for shipping information. So for our first winner, we have the Pedro Perez from the Pizza Stone. So congratulations to you. And our second winner is Joyce Nelson, For Goodness Sake. So congratulations to those 2 winners. We'll be reaching out to you after the session a little bit later today and getting your information to make sure that we can get those gifts over to you from European Imports. And those are going to feature some of the products that were displayed today. So thanks again for joining us on our Foodie Live. We look forward to having you on our with us next time. We're going to continue to show you our network of chefs from different locations, along with Chef Neil Doherty, and to share more relevant topics from our industry. Thank you once again, and have a great day.